Hello, book burners, and welcome to another episode of Books Are Burning. I'm your host, Mark Will, author, songwriter, and publisher in permanent exile, currently based on the island of Taiwan. And today we have a very special guest. We will have an interview with sci-fi author J.J. Green. Welcome to Books Are Burning.
Thanks, Mark. Nice to be here.
Glad to have you. Let me read your bio quickly so people will know who I'm talking to. It's J.J. Green. J.J. Green is a British Australian science fiction writer who writes about ordinary people living with the challenges of existence in future societies, and kick-ass sci-fi heroines too. Her series include Star Legend, Space Colony 1, Star Mage Saga, Shadows of the Void, Interstellar Fleet, and Carrie Hatchett, Space Adventurer. JJ was born in London's East End, within the sound of the church bells of St. Mary Le Bow, Cheapside, which makes her a bona fide Cockney. I did not know that. She first left the UK as a young adult and has lived in Australia, Laos, and Taiwan. She currently lives aboard her starship in Cambridge, UK, with her ship's cat, called Black Cat, the cabin boy, and the chief engineer. Once again, welcome.
Thank you.
I should say at the outset that everything, or almost everything, I know about self-publishing, I learned from J.J. Green. I met her in 2016 through the Taipei Writers Group, which is more or less defunct now, but former members have kept in touch and still collaborate and share work with each other, share critiques, and still discuss strategies for self-publishing. So I'd like to start by asking you, as the self-publishing guru, why should one self-publish as opposed to trying to have one's work accepted by the gatekeepers of mainstream publishing?
So why do I usually when I'm talking to new writers and they ask me this question, I usually turn it around to them and say, why would you want to be traditionally published? Why would you want to jump through those hoops? Why would you give up control over your creative product? Why would you wait 2 years to see your book appear on Amazon? Why would you accept only 15% royalties when you could be earning 70% royalties? For me, it didn't really make a lot of sense when I started out to go that route. I wasn't obviously as familiar with it as I am now, but even back then, I self-published my first book in 2015 when it was relatively easy. It had become relatively easy to upload your own books to Amazon and other online retailers. And even back then, I thought to myself, actually, why would I bother going through all of that, having somebody else decide whether my work was worth publishing or not, when I could avoid all of those problems and I could leave it to the real arbiters of the quality of my work to decide whether it was worth reading. And that's, of course, the readers. It's
Yes.
not somebody sitting in a publishing company who's leafing through, the first 5 pages of every novel in a massive slush pile. Or it's not an agent who's looking for the next big thing. it's up to the readers to decide whether my books are worth reading. So I thought, I'll just try this, see how it goes. And here I am 8 years later, full-time writer. So I think there's certainly enough people out there who think that my books are worth reading. So I think I made the right decision.
Well, I'm convinced.